How we doing, YouTube? See here. It is March 1st. Oh, let's cut a little bit of wood. There was a tree down on the one of the deer trails. Just this little thing here was, I don't know how many feet it was, but a fair bit. I got it buzzed up, and the main reason that it needs to be buzzed up isn't because we come back here all that much, but because when we do shoot a deer back here, or my stepson does, this is where the gator comes in and out to fetch it. So, and this was, like I said, this is pretty big to drive over with a gator, especially if it's late at night. You get hung up on something in the middle of the night, so that's no good. Cold up here in northwest Indiana in the Great Kankakee Marsh, which is where I am right now. I don't know if you could hear those cranes. There's cranes flying over. We got cranes in like crazy, sandhill cranes. It warmed up a little last week, and they thought they needed to start moving north. You might hear them in the background chirping. I'm going to get me a new microphone, I think, this week, so I stop using my buds. Then I can do a little better video. Yeah, so buzz this up, and then there's some other little ones I can buzz up. But it's cold, like I said, it's cold up here. It's temperature-wise, it's probably 25 degrees, somewhere around in there. Definitely below freezing because there was ice on the horse tank. I didn't have the heater plugged in this week for the horse tank, and it had ice on it this morning. It has the thermostat on it, so it's not supposed to run if it's above some temperature. I don't know what it is where it turns it on and off, but I unplug it during the week if it's going to be warm like it was last week. It looks like it's going to be fairly warm this week too, just some cold, maybe below freezing nights, but the daytimes are supposed to be pretty warm. Anyway, today up here, it's like I said, it's like 25 degrees or something like that. And windy. That's the issue, wind. If you're out in the wind, it is flat cold. That wind will cut right through you. I'm listening to the cranes. But I'm out here in the woods, so you get out in the woods and hopefully it's not too breezy because I'm kind of on the edge right here. You can see that cord of rocking just a little bit in the wind, so hopefully this isn't too windy. But you get back in the woods, it's not too bad. Unlike where the little house in the woods is at, in the woods, obviously. Poking around up there, it's not too bad because there's enough trees around that's blocking that wind out of the. Where's it out of? Almost directly out of the north. Northwest, northwest, north, something like that is where it's coming out of. That behind me, that direction is north. The river, I don't know if you can see that bank right over there. That's the Kankakee River bank right there. And where I'm standing used to be, so maybe I can show you, I don't know. Where I'm standing at, so if you see that low right over there, that used to be the river before they straightened it 130 years ago. Maybe not quite that long ago. Has it been that long ago? Yeah, it probably has been that long ago. 2040. Yeah, it has been that long ago. It's been over 100 years. Anyway, that used to be the riverbed. And they said when, was it LaSalle, I think, that come down through here and was mapping everything out for France. Right in this area where we're at is where he wrote this in his journal that he said they broke camp that morning and started paddling. And when they took a break around mid-morning, they walked up on the bank and could see where they started because it made so many of these like this. If you look at it from above in a plat map or anything, or Google Earth even, you can see how that old river just used to just wind around like that. And you might go 1 mile in air miles, but by water you probably would have went 10 with all the oxbows and curves in it. And then much of this was underwater. Like where I'm standing at right now would be underwater for a fair bit of the year, which made it incredible habitat for wetland habitat. So your frogs and your beaver and mink and waterfowl birds, the migrators and the locals that just hung around, the wood ducks and whatnot. And I don't know what they had for cranes back then, but the swans and the snow geese and the geese, and this is where you wanted to be if you were one of those animals. And then of course the deer and all the stuff that comes along with the ground that's on the edge land. You can see right where I'm at here in the background right there, this doesn't get a lot of vegetation on it on the ground. Probably a little bit too overgrown. I could probably maybe thin this out just a little bit and make it a little bit more habitable for the small game. But you can't see it, but on the back side of that camera is about 250 acres of wetland restoration, which is grass as tall as your waist. And then that way, over on ours over there's about 40 or 50 acres of grassland. Grass about this tall, thick. You can walk through it, I mean, but it's thick. And so that gives the birds and rabbits and whatnot a lot of cover. But I'm out in the woods today. It's my happy place. If ever I have a bad day, I get out in the woods. And it hasn't been a very good week, to be honest with you. It hasn't been a very good couple of weeks, to be honest with you. I don't know if it's just the cold weather or what. It's been kind of got you in a funk sometimes. But I don't know what you guys do, but I like to get out in the weather. Out in the weather, get outside, even when it's cold. I'm not an inside person, I'm an outside person, so even in this kind of weather, I like to get outside. And if you, like I said, if you get out of the wind, it's not too bad. It's cold, it's 25 degrees, but I only got my heavy hoodie jacket on it's lined, but I didn't put my heavy Carhartt on. I knew I was going to be cutting wood, and this gives you a little bit more flexibility to move around. That Carhartt's a little bit more got you stuck. Anyway, it's 8:19 on the timer there. But I wanted to check in and say hey to everybody. Thanks for subbing my new subs. And we're getting close. 4 away from 500. So I'm excited about that. Not that it makes any difference, because I'm not going to have memberships or anything like that. But I might put in some affiliate links or something like that if I got some good products that I like to use. But oh yeah, we're at 8:48. We're okay. I thought we was at 9:40. But I encourage everybody to get outside, get out in Mother Nature, whatever that is. Whether you're fishing, it's almost fishing season up here north. Them northern are going to really start moving in the walleye. But get up, get out, and get outside, whether that's going to the park or just going for a walk down your street or something. Just get outside, put them phones down, put that screen time down, and get outside. It is well worth it. And some good content coming up, I hope. You guys like it. And but from here in the woods, old Kankakee, everybody, God bless, and I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. And I say, get out there and enjoy Mother Nature and get away from them screens. God bless everybody. We'll talk again soon.